And then the other item I would like a rule of 4 on is a study session on increasing revenue. We are still not keeping up with inflation and population growth in our sales tax, and I believe we leave money on the table by not doing more to attract tourism. And I would support the Rocky Mountain National Park just set a record on number of attendees. And what I hear from the mayor of Estes is that they had one of their best years ever. And they're 30 minutes away. And so I would like a study session on what more could we do to attract tourism to Loveland and thereby increase lodging tax and sales tax revenue. So I'm asking for a rule of 4.
What role are we going to have in that? I mean, are you asking us to come up with solutions?
I'm asking for a discussion where our Live Loveland and Chamber and our Cindy Mackin come and say, okay, this is what research shows. If you spend $10 more, you get $100 back. I don't have those numbers. I would like to know if we increased our spending to attract tourism or if we reallocated the money we do spend in different ways. We did not see a benefit from all of those people going to Estes. It does not show in our numbers.
That's not totally true. I mean, we have the second highest occupancy in hotels in this state on a regular basis.
It's not showing in sales tax. It's just, well, but they shop in your shops and they dine in your restaurants and they go to your coffee shops. We should be seeing a boost from a record, a banner year, 30 minutes away from here.
So they can't go up there in their traffic.
Yeah, that works.
Well, maybe it is signage on 34 and 25, that there's a historic district with restaurants and shops. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but I'm asking for a discussion on it because our sales tax revenue is not keeping up. So we can cut spending and we can keep cutting spending and we can keep cutting spending, but somehow we have to also figure out how to raise revenue. It's just a conversation. So I've got 2, 3, so I need one more.
Yeah, I'd be more up for inviting Mindy.
The chamber.
Yeah, the chamber and Live Loveland to give an update, some type of presentation update, but not necessarily.
They're scheduled to do that anyway.
How are we going to?
Why are
What legislation are we talking about here to raise revenue?
When I'm looking at Steve. When is Live Loveland scheduled? April something?
I'll tell you the date.
But Live Loveland's intention is not for tourism. I mean, it never was. So I don't know that fits into this conversation at all. I think the chamber and Cindy go hand in hand. But the thing that I struggle with is, one, they come and give us a pretty annual report anyway, or at least they have ever since I've been on council. And I think to question what they're doing is...
Not questioning what they're doing. It's saying, what more can we do to bring that tourism to Loveland?
Build a destination attraction.
Well, that's a discussion, a convention center.
April 16th.
Yeah, okay.
So I have make a comment on that. Speaking of Cindy Mack and the CMC group, or the commission that I'm on, we started this lodging tax a few years ago. It was passed by the citizens. And since that time, pardon me? 10 years ago? Whoa, time goes. Anyway, Cindy and her crew have done nothing short of amazing as far as attracting tourism here. They're in national magazines, international circles. They go to conventions. I don't know all the right words. The lodging tax is almost $1 million a year now, and it keeps going up year by year. We get monthly track updates on that on each meeting. When the lodging tax was formed, I remember sitting right here and talking about that and said, what's the purpose? The purpose is to get enough money to get someone on a plane and going out and start marketing Loveland. And that's exactly what we've done. And they've done a great job. Now, if we need a report of what they've done, great. I think they give us that report every month. And I'm sure they'd welcome ideas on how to do more, but Cindy has learned a heck of a lot over the last few years in her activities and coordination with others. She just won the state award for I can't remember the title or what the award was, but Governor's Award for the best tourism thing in the state. So I'm not sure where we're faulting or anything like that. So if we do something like that, sounds like they're coming anyway. Cindy and her crew need to be part of that because that's where our money is being spent right now.
Like a tourism report
And
from Cindy and that group.
And in my mind, it's not faulty. It's just saying, let's have a discussion and see if there's anything else exciting that we could add to the plate. Have the chamber visit Loveland, the Community Marketing Commission. We all sit down and talk about what could we do that could be even better. They are doing good.
Steve, is that already scheduled at some point? Because, I mean, Cindy
Didn't
comes
see it
to
on
us
the rolling calendar.
annually and gives us a report.
I haven't seen it.
I'm trying to remember, it's not on the rolling calendar so far, which is up through June.
Okay.
So I can talk to the Economic Development Group who has the Community Marketing Commission in it and find out a couple of questions. One is there an annual report on our tourism activities that's available we can send out to council now? And then two, taking council's wish on wanting to have that group plus chamber and others come to a study session at some point in the future.
There you go.
Okay, 4.6 million people visited Rocky Mountain Park last year.
Right,
They're 30 minutes away.
right.
How do we get them to come here and enjoy our restaurants, enjoy our shops, go to the many wonderful events that we have? Yeah, how do we get them here?
You need one more.
I'm wondering, Madam Mayor, when you mentioned the numbers, what's the baseline? Because you're saying there's no impact. You're making the
Well, I'm
assumption,
saying that
there's no baseline.
we're not seeing a bump, an increase in our sales tax revenue. We're not seeing it. And so you can either tax our citizens more to get them to pay for the things, or we can try to increase revenue. This is a way to increase revenue that you don't have to build more schools, you don't have to build more homes. It's having people come visit, enjoy. We have everything to be a great destination.
Okay, I'm all in favor of increasing the quality in our community of life, tax base, all that good stuff. But what is our function as a city council, and how many jobs or hats do you want to wear? Because that's the question. We have a staff that has consistently brought ideas to us, and what I find a little irritating is they bring ideas to us, and we sit up here and discuss and debate and rain on their parade. We've been fighting winter wonder lights for 2 years. We get arguing about lights downtown. We get arguing about the east side and west side of town, and all of a sudden now we're talking about tourism again. I don't see a consistency in message, and so I'm really having a hard time trying to understand the true intent. I get the surface intent, but I really have a hard time seeing that because for 15 months I'm getting a very inconsistent message.
Well, that is your take on it. I would say, look at Sedona, look at Santa Fe. We have the opportunity to be that level of a destination. We have a fantastic art community. We have Benson Park, which it's one of the wonders of the world.
That's not the debate. The debate is debate is what is the role of the city council? If we want to put on the hats and become the problem solvers in every city department, we can do that. And you spend a lot of time doing that, and so do sometimes the rest of us. And we probably shouldn't be spending as much time doing what we're not supposed to be doing. I don't want to do anything that gets in the way of what economic development is doing in tourism. With the chamber, I want to encourage that. If we want to have a group meeting, that's fine. But I think the intent needs to be clear and transparent instead of very selective at times.
Tourism is an industry, and I would like to capitalize on it. So I don't know where we are, Steve.
Madam Mayor, we have not achieved a rule of 4, but I think I can commit to our staff to check on the annual report that we have from the Community Marketing Commission as a start.
All right, that's very disappointing. All right, is there any other, let's see, council business?
I have one more item if I can.
All right, thank you, Dave.
Just real